I found land. Yeah, that is Egg Island and Royal Island. We're pulling into Eleuthera. Got the sails up. We may or may not go exploring today, but we're gonna go on an adventure. Good morning from Eleuthera here in the Bahamas. We have just anchored. Well, we anchored last night, but we re-anchored today because the wind shifted and we wanted to drop our dinghy. It's a little bit easier. It's not as wavy on this side. We're gonna go into town now, go hang out. I think we're gonna go check out this blue hole if we can go find it. Got a couple things to do in town, maybe eat some lunch. We'll see.
So where we are is called Meeks Island, and Meeks Patch. You're pretty much protected on any side of the island, just depending on where the wind's coming from. So when the wind started hitting us pretty good on the other side of the island this morning, we said, oh, let's move over. So now we're here. It's pretty, and it is windy today, but it's not nearly as rolly as it was when we were on the other side of the island. But where we were yesterday, there's a little place that you can go pet pigs, but it costs $10 per person. So it was gonna be 20 bucks for us to go see the piggies. And we decided there's Staniel Key further down in the Exumas, so we're just planning on making a stop there instead. But we could hear them, they were squealing all morning. By the way, dropping the dinghy into the water and then putting the outboard engine back on the dinghy was much easier than it was last time. Nothing got stuck and it took us only like 4 minutes. So we're making improvements here. Tanner said today that I acted a little bit more like a sailor than I have in a while. I am the one that was responsible for us moving the boat, and he dropped the anchor and I just assisted with getting, what would you call that? What would you call what I did this morning? Like I captained the boat. Yeah. So there you have it, guys. I captained the boat today. One thing we're learning is you can't forget to pack long pants, socks, and bug repellent anywhere in the Bahamas. I am still recovering from all the bites we got in the Abacos. It seems to be a little bit better here, a little breezier, so we're gonna go check out this island. We're excited. We've heard it's really cute, and grab some lunch. Before anything, we have to go take our trash in. So we are heading into what we think is like the marina over there, and we're gonna go see how that works. We have some friends over there, luckily, so they offered to help us out with the trash situation and go see this town. You were trying to beat me up with that ride over here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drive on the way back to give him a little taste of his own medicine. I can see why it's Spanish Wells. It has a little bit of that vibe. Oh, it's so charming. Oh, I'm gonna feel that. Yep. Are you sad, child?
Yes. I left my outboard lock and dinghy lock on our boat like an idiot.
What do you suppose we do, Captain?
I don't know. I guess we gotta walk up next to our friends, or we have to go all the way back to our boat and come back.
And get beat up again. So we do have to go back to the boat. No big deal. Our friends are out and about, so we are gonna go grab those locks and then exploring. Babe, it takes a lot more for us to have a bad day.
Oh, yeah.
Than having to go back to our boat in this beautiful water. So that ride back made the ride there look like a piece of cake.
What?
I was white knuckling the bow line to death. Woo! I should sit. And I just feel like I had smoother rides on a mechanical bull. So Tanner's inside getting the locks that we came back for. And then it's 2 miles back, but I know that sounds long, but it's really not. It's only like a 10 to 15 minute dinghy ride. The waves were just banging against our bow, so it was a little wild. Look at my little bandito. She's so cute. You don't know where they are? I'm just hanging in the dinghy. Just me. Oh.
She insisted on driving on the way back. Apparently I make it too bumpy. I like to go fast.
I needed a little bit of a break. So you're just trying to hail the marina to see if the dinghy dock is available to park at? Because there's no sign. What's that? Well, in the meantime, we just locked up our outboard motor. We have a lock specifically for that. And then we'll lock up the boat as well with with like a master lock style lock. I know, yesterday.
I had problems with them yesterday.
Just a minor change of plans. We tied up the dinghy and we realized it's already 1 o'clock, and we looked for the sapphire hole that we were gonna go explore, and it's on another island. It's not far, we'll have to dinghy over there, but we wanna see Spanish Wells, we wanna see the town anyway, so we're gonna spend the day here.
Cruise around.
I almost just got ran over. There's no sidewalks here, but he honked at me. Where else do I go? The other side? Oh, don't go now. It's a busy day out here. We're out here looking like two degenerates.
Yep.
Finishing our beer. It is like so busy out here today. Tons of traffic. Not what we were used to on the last island we were at. It was a lot slower pace. We're in town. Yeah, this is downtown Spanish Wells.
Well, we're gonna head to the beach because the water looks like this wall.
It does.
So
It really does look like that color.
we're gonna go right over there, check it out on our pit stop on our way to lunch.
This is paradise. These little white rocks. Look at what we're looking at. Are you kidding me? And the sky, is that a storm?
Yes.
So there's a storm in the horizon and it's like navy blue against the bright turquoise water. Like,
Let's hope it stays over there.
it's amazing. It's probably coming for us. Oh, white sand. Yes. God, I love this. Oh my God. Oh my. Somebody lives here.
Yeah.
Stumbled into paradise. Super hungry too, so this is how you know we needed to see this. We don't do well when we haven't eaten yet. So we're walking around and it hasn't been super buggy, and it makes me wonder, like during the day, I know that that's the time when you're least likely to get bit by no-see-ums, and there's a little bit of a breeze, but what is it? Do bugs sleep? Do they go night-night during the day? Because why are they not biting me during the day, but they want to bite me in the beginning of the day and the end of the day? I don't get it. That's where the locals go. Gotta make sure I got my cookie at the snack shop. And a double bacon cheeseburger. And a double cheeseburger.
So there was like 47 school kids over here for lunch today.
Hi.
It's not raining.
It's not raining on Bandit.
Totally thought it was going to start raining. We rushed back over here. Sorry, hold on. We rushed back over here because, as you can see, squall there. Squall there. There's one right over here to the right. There's a big one right over there. They're coming. And I thought this one was going to be right on top of us because it looks like it's right on top of us. So.
Yeah, well, we left our port lights open.
Yeah. We wanted some breeze because, you know, is what it is.
Yeah, a little change of plans. We were in town and we said, oh, that looks ominous.
Yeah.
We should head back to our boat since our windows, that's port light.
They're open. Well, it looks like there's a little rain.
Yeah, it got us a little bit, but
Let's see how bad it is.
the deck's wet. You guys have seen how bad our port lights can leak if water comes in them. We made the right decision coming back here. What did you think about the town we were in?
Nice. It's cute. I'd love to explore more of it.
Yeah. It was a good long day, even though it's not even the end of the day. I'm still kind of tired.
Dinghied back and forth all the way the fuck over there.
I know.
Like 4 times.
We did. I'm beat.
Tired.
Well, let's enjoy this. Good morning. We are moving this yacht. We're gonna go get closer to Spanish Wells. The wind has picked up a bit over here where we are in Meek's Patch, so we're gonna scoot the boat over and then go check out that anchorage, which looks like it will be more protected over there. So I'm gonna put my marriage savers on, pull up this anchor. Yes, the anchorage will probably be packed because we've already seen about 3 boats where we are move.
Well, I think people can move to the other side of the island, but this looks a little more protected and it's going to be less choppy of a ride into town, so I think that's what they're going to do.
Yes. So I'm gonna attempt to show you guys what I do when I pick up the anchor. Simple, but I'll go step by step. In clear waters like the Bahamas, you can actually see where your anchor is. And that yellow line there shows me 100 feet. So right now, out of our locker here, anchor locker, we have about 100 feet out. In my trusty anchor locker, I have my windlass remote. So I just have up or down. Over here, cleated off, is my snubber. So the snubber, I'm gonna step over here for a second, is grabbed onto the chain. That just relieves some tension from the chain so that not all of the load is on our chain. I'm gonna bring a little bit of chain up to release that snubber. You see it swinging.
All right, well, Jacqueline's up there releasing the chain. I'm setting everything up. And the engine will warm up a little bit.
I don't like this. There's a spider. I need to get him. Well, I'm pissed because the spider moved too fast for me to grab him and kill him. So now he's probably in our anchor locker, which is connected to the forward cabin, which is where we sleep.
All right, we have charts with depths and satellite GPS. I have a backup, but this is a little more detailed for the Bahamas. This is just the Explorer charts, which are super helpful, but they aren't as accurate as these. So we're gonna do that.
Well, at this point, I'm looking for a 1-bedroom place to rent because the spider went into the anchor locker officially. Tanner came up here to help me and he gave it a love tap and it just basically fell right into the anchor locker. So yeah, let me know in the comments and I'll be there. I'll move in tonight. All right, so I'm gonna grab my windlass remote and I am going to just basically instruct Tanner on what direction I need him to turn the bow so that I can pick up the anchor in a straight motion.
Does it need to go forward at all?
Yeah, I need you to scoot forward a little bit.
Giving it a little bit of gas, push forward, and then put it back in neutral so that it doesn't go too far.
It's a little bit right now to starboard, but we're pretty happy on the bow roller, so I'm gonna keep going with this momentum for a minute here.
So this shows my rudder and where it's positioned. So right now it's 20 degrees to starboard, which that's where she wants it. I like to take our time when we can because I'm in no rush to pull the anchor up. I don't need to do crazy maneuvers and push the boat in forward and reverse and bow thruster just to keep the boat straight over the anchor. So when we're not in a rush, we're just moving the boat, taking our time today. We're gonna let it do its thing.
Oh shoot. So this also happens.
We are heading down below Jacqueline is going to watch the position of the boat while I do this. I have to leave the helm, so I need someone to watch where the boat is floating. So up in our V berth, we have this little bad boy, which is our chain locker. And it gets pyramided like so. As you can see, it's stuck. Hold on, baby. Okay. So it gets pyramided, as you can see, and I gotta reach in there and grab it. Ugh. So it's pyramided, it's stuck. I gotta grab and pull that. Pull some down. So that way we can grab the rest of the chain. And then we'll... So I'll put that back up in a minute. I don't like to be down here too often or too long while we're pulling up the anchor, because I don't want the boat to start doing its own thing, or if it does come off the bottom, start floating. All right, baby, we're good.
So you see all this sand moving in the water. That's from our anchor starting to come off the ground. So babe, I believe we are off the ground, but there's our anchor. And guess what? Bahamas keeps a nice clean, I didn't even have to give it a dip. Sometimes we have to teabag this. I have to give her little dips because she's so covered in like mud or sand. But no, she looks great. So we made it back into town just in time for it to start raining.
Yeah.
But Tanner's smart. He's protected. Me, not so much. So we're gonna, I don't know, see what we didn't see yesterday before the storm hit us.
Well, it started raining. Now we're wet.
We're wet.
But it's okay.
It's okay.
We're gonna go find this restaurant and bar called Buddha's.
Buddha's.
Let's go. We gotta go get inside.
So we just left Buddha's. It was cool. I feel like it was the first bar we've been in the Bahamas that felt like more of that like island style local that I was looking for. Everyone had, you know, Bohemian accents. It was just perfect.
Plans can change while you're a sailor. We planned on going to the Sapphire Blue Hole, the north part of Luther out here. It was just on a different island, and the winds kind of shifting for the next few days, and it's going to be pretty crabby for about a week, so we're going to try to get as far south as we can before that. We can get somewhere we want to be.
That's just how you roll when you live on the water. The weather rules you. It is your life.
Anywhere on schedule.
Y'all, so this is current cut. That cut right there in between the islands. We are letting the current kind of push us along at the moment because it's about 3 to 4 knots of current. So when your boat's at idle, it's still moving that fast.
Beautiful current cut. She's quite lovely. However, she can be a little dangerous at times. The current has been known to be smoking through here at 10 knots at times.
10 knots?
Yeah, nothing to mess around with.
Explain to our people that our boat does not usually even...
Our boat cannot even go 10 knots. Our average cruising speed is about 6.5 to 7 knots. Therefore, we would be shoved backwards trying to fight this current. And possibly lose control of our boat. So we would not be going through here, nor would we want to go through here with the current, because it could shove you wherever it wants. You can't really fight a current at 10 knots. So
and our motor
through here, it's slack tide. Slack tide is when there's no current. It's right in between tides, right when the tide's coming in or out, right at the tip of that, right before the shifts to go in or out the other way. Right at that moment, it's usually about an hour. Here, it's like 30 minutes.
So we're in that 30 minutes right now.
We are currently in that 30 minutes. Pushing through.
Look how pretty it is.
It is very pretty. Quite a nice cut.
Y'all, it is so pretty over here. just want to like jump out and swim. Probably wouldn't be a good idea with a current like this.
We are under sail. It's kind of loud up here. Slicing through the water. Got full jib out, and the main is still reefed because it was blowing pretty hard earlier, and I don't really feel like furling in the jib, turning up into the wind and pulling out the sail and then going back. We're still going about 6.5, 7 knots as the gusts pick up and the boat starts to heel. We're still cooking. We're enjoying this, having a good time. We're not really in a rush to get anywhere, so that's what we're doing. Everything is very salty up here. So, what I've seen is lobster pots all over this place. Gotta be alert and paying attention while cruising down Eleuthera. I'd love to. You want me to steal one of the ones from the pot?
Go get busy. I'm hungry.
Welcome to Cape Eleuthera, where it is absolutely stunning. We happened to stumble upon this place because I couldn't find fuel or water or anything in Rock Sound as we were heading towards southern Eleuthera, and we wound up finding this place just looking through the map, and it was on the very tip of Eleuthera right before the inlet. That's the ocean right there, so we're gonna go right out there in the next couple days. We're gonna stay here for a couple nights. The water is absolutely stunning. We've seen a bunch of sharks and whatnot, but we're gonna fuel up, get some water, laundry. I gotta wash the entire boat down because it's super salty from yesterday, pounding into the waves. Everything is covered in a layer of salt. So we're gonna do that tomorrow.
Then we're going to the Exumas, baby.
Yeah.
What you got there?
So looking for a conch shell that'd be good to make a horn out of. This one looks pretty good. Actually looks better than 90% of the ones I find on the beach, because most of them are cut like this and they're useless to make a horn out of because they've already been deconked.
Deconked.
So the conch's out of there. This one you can see it. It's still right on in there.
Oh.
And it hasn't been cut yet.
Okay.
So if I can peel the conch out of there now that it's dead. Found this on the beach, so it's previously dead. I didn't kill it.
Yes.
Instead of eating it. But this one's been deconked and ate, so I'm just gonna get rid of that one. It's an empty shell. And we'll take this one back and see if we can clean it up, make it look nice.
And why do we want one?
Because I want to get a conch horn for myself. I was gonna try to find one in the ocean, but all the ones that I found over there were already cut. Someone just threw back.
Oh, okay.
So.
And we want one because we want a horn.
For the ceremonial
sunset
conch horn that you've seen in our previous Instagram videos.
Well, I don't know. So what exactly, why do we want a horn? Because at sunset in the Bahamas.
You blow the horn. It's for, a lot of people do it for religious purposes, and like Hawaii and stuff like that. It's symbolizes, I don't know, good
rebirth of the day or next day. What is it?
Good wind, good faith, good vibes. Basically, it blows away all the bad juju.
Oh.
When you blow it at sunset or in the morning.
Yeah, we hear it every time the sun starts to set. We hear the conch horn, and it's not easy to blow the horn.
Says you.
Did we find the winning shell?
Yeah, it's not the prettiest one, but it's the best one I could find. The biggest one with the no slice and dice in it.
Okay. Oh, I just got bit on my arm.
I just cleaned it out, I think. I don't see anything else in there. I think we got rid of the specimen
Let
and
me
all
see.
the sand and bullshit.
Show me that gorgeous shell. The Johnson horn.
Met a couple fishermen, Emerson and
Ernest.
Ernest. Two really nice Bahamians. They were conch fishermen. They fished for conch and snapper and a couple other fish. And I showed them my conch, and they said that this is a really old conch.
Some
That he
ancient
most
conch.
likely died in his own shell,
Oh,
so someone just left him.
so he lived a good life.
He lived a good life, and the moonlight and the rain kills him.
Ah,
So